So this is episode number 5 of Rugby Talk, the first episode in a very, very long time. I'm excited to have my brother on, local, I'll use the term as we always use, Macboy, local lad, Keagan Fortune. Welcome to Rugby Talk, brother.
Thank you for having me, man. Really privileged being here.
Thanks for taking the time to come on, brother. I was thinking about it. I think we were about like 11, 12 years old, I think, when you first met. You came still with Regan the first time. I think you were playing at the NRL, or was it ARL at the time? NRL, yeah. So I was thinking about that actually, quite a long time ago. But what have you been up to recently, eh?
I recently signed with Falcons in Joburg.
Nice,
so we've been busy with pre-season.
How's it been?
Yeah, and it's been hectic. It's always tough. Pre-season's always tough, but I'm still enjoying it. So yeah.
Lovely to hear, brother. And traveling, how's that been with COVID and all of that?
It wasn't too bad. It's just having to travel a lot. Takes quite a bit out of you. So that's the only thing I've been struggling with. But other than that, I've been enjoying it, bro.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. I myself haven't been training recently, even though we're playing the social game next week. I started with the teaching from last week, Monday rather, and then from Monday onwards, you continue with the work and it's all the admin and things like that. I told the guys I'll see if I get to training. But I was for a couple of weeks I was training with Villages last year. And then COVID got bad again. We played one game against Hamilton's. That was super tough. First time or a few times that I played Super League A against Super League A opposition. But I just trained that week, and it's the first time I was in a team environment for like 3 years. And I was playing still wing, second team, but boys, it was tough.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hamilton's a tough team.
And actually, the embarrassment of that, why I won't submit it. I got.
What was the score?
Okay, our score was 58-14. It wasn't too bad, which is a hammering. Wasn't too bad in the first team losing. I think it was 93-0. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite tough.
Rudy Page came from the bench for them as well.
Yeah.
But if you can, Keagan, take us back to your upbringing and your education growing up, local from Makassar. How was that, bro?
It was quite fun. I won't lie. I went to primary school at Malvern Park, which is in Makassar. Made a few friends. I'm still quite close with Tyron. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
Tyron Scholes. We still best friends up until today. They also started playing rugby in grade 2 or 3, I think. So I played for the school and then played for the club as well. And then from there, I got a scholarship to go to Western Cape Sports School. And it opened quite a few doors.
Yeah.
And after that, I went on to Western Province Junior, played there, went to Boland under 20, and then went to play at UWC, where I also got to play under 21 for Western Province. And then just continued playing Varsity Cup until last year. Yeah, last year was my final year. And then I played at the Leopards, and now I'm at Falcons.
Awesome, brother. That's awesome.
It's quite a journey, but
yeah. So you went through the VP setup, but starting there from school rugby onto Western Cape Sports School. That was obviously pretty tough. A sports school, lots of boys coming from different areas, showing what they can do. So I was a competition during high school.
It was tough, but I've always had the mindset of if I can do my best, then everything should be fine. So with competition, I never compete against anyone else. I try to compete against myself, being better every day. So yeah.
Awesome, brother. And what is
It wasn't too bad, if I can put it like that.
And obviously, you put your best foot forward, you stayed in a positive mindset.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
moving on to the Poland and the 20s, that's obviously a different level of physicality, different mindsets, going pro, all of those things. So what was your mindset at the time?
Yeah, I just took the same mindset. If I can put my best foot forward, then everything should be fine. And I worked hard. I worked really hard when I would be the number one starting five. So competition there was a bit tough, but I got to start at least.
Hopefully, I get to play still in this year, because I never expected it to be this much work. Behind the scenes is all the admin files and things like that. But if I had to go and play at Villages again, practice would probably start like 8:30. So I have to drive probably an hour before the time, the traffic and all of that.
Yeah.
You'd come home.
I was going to say it's quite a drive.
Yeah, it's very tiring actually after campus, because I used to study in the Rondebosch, Newlands. I'd go back home, and then I won't even be home for a long time, and then I'd like go back to Claremont again. So that was pretty
I can imagine.
And I started with my rugby at Fairgrove Primary, grade R, I still remember. And then I went to Beaumont. Transport was always an issue. So grade 1, grade 2, I played, and my parents would pick me up, and after that it became an issue, unfortunately. But Beaumont being obviously really strong in the rugby and other sports, it was a great opportunity. And then I only played I played tennis in grade 5 and some cricket, but the rugby was obviously an issue which I wanted to play. I went into high schooling at Sunfleet, where I was going to play rugby, but I didn't play much. I played in grade 8 a couple of games. Grade 9 I didn't play. Grade 9 I played cricket. Grade 10 was rugby again. Grade 11. But I played everywhere. I played fly off, scrum off, lock, flank. I played anywhere. It was fun actually. The flank was lovely, playing at the flank. But it was pretty tough. I think the thing that I have to mention is, I know in grade 8 I probably didn't perform as well, but at times, like when you start, I think coming from outside, not from Macassar or around the area, you come into those setups and you see that, your teammates, they already know the coach and the coach knows them. So I think that is a major issue, like at local schools where you find that, they know the coach and whatever, friends with them and things like that. But obviously, you have to perform as well and things like that. It didn't always go to plan. I then went on after matric. Was it after matric? I think, 2016, 2017. Played at Helderberg under 20, some third team and second team games as well. Stuff out there in Helderberg actually.
I can imagine, bro.
2018, I went to Strand United. It was a really fun day. Playing lots of games at fullback, couple of games at centre, switching to fly in the game. And then I dislocated my AC joint. That was in training in 2018. So that's why it was a few years ago afterwards that I went to go play with Villages again. But that shoulder injury, I think every podcast that I ever speak about my shoulder injury, kind of tired of it. But it was painful. It was a grade 2 ligament there. But I could feel my bone, the left one, it still stands, especially if it's cold. I could feel it was out of place. It took a long time to recover from that. Sometimes it still hurts. I was at Strand Pioneers as well. I think 2017, old club of my father. So we played there as a second team, all of us from Sunflame, I guess we all mixed up. And that was really fun. I played most or almost all of my games at 12. Before late in the season, I had a ruptured tendon. That still hurts. Injury is part of the game. It's frustrating, especially at the year 2018 at United, when me and my cousin Abdurrahman, we had such a great pre-season running the tunes. We ran as a team. We ran Steenbras twice. All the gym work, everything we put in. Both of us got injured that season. But although God has a better plan always, you never understand why, but just have to see what the future holds.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, quite a few injuries, eh?
Yeah, it's frustrating. Currently,
it is.
Knee injury, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's tendonitis or what. It was good research. I've done so much research. It's like just the bottom of my patella, there's like a little bump there that hurts. And I've iced it, everything. It just doesn't go away. But I just play through it. I strap it and I have to play through it.
What I have to do. Yeah. Now, injuries is always tough. I had a few as well. In 2019, I tore my ankle ligaments. So I was out for, I think, 6-7 months.
Oh, that's tough, right?
And then got back straight into preseason. And then last year, I tore my quad, grade 2 as well. So I was out for whole Currie Cup season. I only got back for semis and final. And then now I'm quite struggling with my quad still, getting treatment and stuff, but it's better.
Awesome, brother. So do you apply kinesio tape with it, or when you play?
Yeah. Kinesio tape, or I'll just strap it as tight as I can.
Must be frustrating. How did the injury happen? Squatting or?
No, it was during warm up.
Oh.
We did accelerations, and then as I excelled, I just felt something pop.
That should have been painful, eh?
It was, and it was cold that evening, so you can imagine.
Oh man! And then you were at the Leopards before the Falcons. So, but before we get into that, you obviously started. In which year did you start playing for UWC? Which year did you start studying there?
2017.
2017. And thinking about UWC, I don't want to speak about myself too much, but I know it was after high school. I went to go and play trials over there. There was obviously a lot of guys and things like that. I think it's 2016. I got in contact with somebody who works there, and he told me the time. I'm not going to mention his name, but he told me the time that the trials was 4:30, and I got there before 4:30, and the game was almost done. It actually started at 3:30. So it was very frustrating. So obviously I didn't go on because the coaches were saying another fly off, and things like that. But it was already the game was almost done, so that was frustrating. So I thought if I could have gotten like maybe a sports bursary or things like that to get into the university through rugby. But yeah, that obviously didn't happen. I then applied at Varsity College. They didn't have rugby, they had tag rugby. I never played for them because of people traveling with me. So I've always had to come home and things like that. So that was also frustrating. But then you started 2017, you started at UWC. And then what did you enroll for? In which field?
I did economic development my first year. So it was just a year course. And then after I did BA General, where I did a triple major in industrial psychology, English, and language and communication studies.
So industrial psychology was tough, eh?
It was, especially the psychometrics.
Yeah. And then that was obviously, so you spent 4 years in total at UWC.
Yeah, 4 years.
But the 2017, you played Varsity Shield, right?
Yeah, we played Varsity Shield.
And then UWC moved up to Varsity Cup.
Varsity Cup in end of the 2018 Varsity Shield. So he played two seasons Varsity Shield and then went up.
because I didn't know you were playing for UWC at one Friday afternoon. I just switched on the TV. And then I saw on 201, I saw you giving the restart. I was like, what? I didn't know that. And I saw you playing 10 there for UWC. I'm not sure if it was a game you played against. I can't get to the team's name now. Otherwise, I'm going to make a mistake. A team with a purple jersey. I think it was a final. I'm not sure if it was a final.
Black, I can't even remember.
I can't get to the name, but the prop scored, I think, a try. I think he scored a try from halfway or something like that. The prop ran right through and stepped and things.
What? I think it was Walter Sassoon or something. I'm not too sure.
I think
or 4D, one of the two.
Not University of Pretoria, maybe. Purple jersey. UP. No.
No.
But I remember that game.
The University of Pretoria's Varsity Cup. We were still in Shield back then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then I think it was last year. Were you playing last year? Was last year your final year? Varsity Cup?
Yeah, at
NWU.
NWU. Yeah.
And then again on a Friday afternoon, I think it was, I turned on the TV and I saw, oh, you're playing for NWU now.
Yeah.
But then
it was quite.
Sorry, interrupt.
Sorry?
How did the transfer come about?
No, you can go. So my agent phoned me, I don't know, I think a Monday afternoon during lockdown.
Yeah.
And then he said that they are interested in signing me for the next World Cup season. So it was a tough decision to make, but I needed to get out of a comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I told myself, okay, it's away from home, so I won't have as much people to rely on. Because obviously it's a new environment. I don't know anyone this side. So obviously I have to work and do things by myself. And that's something I needed at the time. So I just thought, okay, just take the opportunity and see where you can go from here. And then, yeah.
It wasn't, but it's a brave thing to do, definitely, to move that far away from home, away from family, away from friends. Obviously, don't know the area. But comparing that to the UWC environment, similar?
It's much more professional. It's much more professional. But it's obviously because they've been in Varsity Cup for a longer time. So obviously they know how to go about their stuff. So yeah, it was quite, in the preseason was quite tough as well. But I think it's because it's altitude and all of that.
Yeah. So
it took me quite a while to adapt.
Definitely.
Especially to altitude.
Yeah. And if you've traveled and playing at UP or against them, if you've played there, similar to adapt to the altitude.
Yeah, altitude was quite similar. So that helped. Before that, coming from Cape, playing here, it was the first few minutes was tough. It felt like 80 minutes and it's only 20 minutes. So yeah.
I obviously have no experience with altitude, but I've looked at 2016. I just randomly applied for to University of Waikato, sent in my documents, I think like that, for international student, and actually got accepted. But when I calculated the accommodation fees, the traveling and that, and our currency being so shit, it amounted to like 400,000 for 1 year. There's no way
so that's
I could afford it.
That's too much.
If it was 40,000, I think it would have been maybe more reasonable. But unfortunately, I had to say goodbye to that dream. But my dream is still to go to New Zealand and play there. It's been there since I was younger. If I can get maybe the end of this year or soon, 2 weeks holiday to New Zealand, I'd love it, to play for a local club over there. So I've done podcasts with a few New Zealand guys as well. So maybe they can organize me a match or something like that.
Yeah, that would be nice. I wouldn't mind doing this as well. But we'll see.
And you've played for, I'm very far behind with my fitness, actually, to be honest. my gym work and things like that. I basically have to start from scratch again. And this is my, I don't even know how many pre-season game or social game rather, because we always just join together, we practice and we play. I'm gonna play unfit. Played fullback the last time I played here on Field. We're going to play again on Field against a team from just playing the West Coast Tigers. So we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, we can't start the club ferns again. That is our aim, but the guys obviously going to their own clubs and things like that, because we have tried in the past, but something happened there with VP, and there's a lot of things you have to go through, registration. But you never know, because it's just about for the community rather that we're trying to do it, keeping the guys together. But I know I couldn't have asked you to come and play, because if you get injured and so something happens, and then yeah, you'll probably be in big trouble with your parents also.
Yeah. Yeah, with them as well.
And like we have a gym group, so just down the road, if I walk down, we gym there, and I'll just say, sorry guys, I'm out, I can't. Even though it's just down the road, but I think if I can, from next week or soon, I can start gymming again. Just get in shape, I think, this year, because if I can join late in the year, then I know I'm ready. And before the COVID got bad again, we were supposed to play like late in the year as villages. We were supposed to play UCT and Mighty, so I was looking really forward to that. Since I couldn't play Varsity Cup, I'd love to play Varsity Cup anyways. But if I could face those guys, even if it is second team or whatever, even though I do aim for the first team, I just want to know to play on the Green Mile, to play at Mighty, at Danny Craven.
At Danny Craven,
awesome experience.
No, it's that feels so nice, especially before COVID, with the crowd still.
Yeah.
When people could come. Yeah, it was nice. Atmosphere was nice. Yeah, everything was just awesome.
And the pressure?
Yeah, it's quite a bit, because obviously you away from home, so everyone's backing the other team. And playing against Marty's or UCT, obviously they're one of the top teams in the Varsity Cup. Yeah, and going to play there is quite tough.
But UWC gave UCT a real run for their money, eh?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously
it was quite nice to watch.
It was nice. And then the week after that, you played Marty's, and then things didn't go to plan. Obviously, how is it that, I just want to understand, in Super League A at Varsity Cup level, how is it that over all these years that they are so dominant? What do you think they do differently?
They've got quite a few provincial players, but other than that, they've got a huge squad as well, and it's quality players. So I think that works to their advantage. So with injuries and stuff, the guy that comes into the squad, he's probably quite as good as the guy that got injured. So yeah, that's something that helps them a lot. They've got quite a big squad.
Great point. Then obviously players like Munir Hartzenberg and Edel van der Merwe come in the ranks, moving on to professional
contract as well.
Yeah. I think a few years ago it was Ernst Stapelberg. They fly off, we move on to the Cheetahs. I'm not sure. He was also really good.
Even the fly off Chris Smith.
Yeah.
The center, the other Chris Smith. David Bretz, the other center.
Yeah.
All of them went. Yeah. So they've got quite a few provincial players.
And then what do you think for those players to, say, for example, move from Varsity Cup to Currie Cup level or Super Rugby level? You think it's a straight adaptation?
I don't think it is, because obviously getting to play Currie Cup or Super Rugby, the level of physicality is way higher. The speed of the game is faster, so it takes quite a bit to adapt. But if you're willing to work hard, then it should come easier. If I can put it like that.
And imagine the level of physicality and the speed of playing Super Rugby. It'll be awesome to experience, even if it's 5 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, it would.
because like maybe you'd see like Crusaders signing Pablo Matera. I'm looking really forward to that. See how he goes, Pablo Matera.
Yeah, because I think the Argentina league, or I don't think they play the expensive game that the New Zealanders play.
Yeah,
Because in New Zealand they throw the ball around, they run. So I'm quite excited to see him play as well.
yeah, and probably be more of a team play, if I can put it that way, with expensive rugby. So maybe you will definitely increase his skills over there at New Zealand at Crusaders. I think, which
Definitely,
is
definitely.
probably the best rugby club in the world, arguably, has to be.
Yeah, it has to be.
I even
They've
went.
been dominating.
They've been dominating for a very long time, yeah. And I even went to on the website and I went through the academy and things like that. So I think it's 8,000 per month. It was the cheapest plan with different plans that you can select. That's already 80,000 rand a month. If I'm correct, if I still remember correctly. So our currency does not help. But then Hawke's Bay in New Zealand as well, they had the cheapest, if you like have your own accommodation, I think just to be part of the academy, it was $200 a week. So it's 2,000 rand a week, is 8K a month. So that was the other thing. It would have been awesome
Yeah,
to
that's not
play.
too bad.
But you never know. Like to me, it feels that I want to like do 1 year of teaching and then go go play rugby. It hasn't stopped. Like since I was younger, all I've been thinking about is playing rugby. I know I'm not at the level I should be at, but the dream, the dream is still there, and I have to start putting in the work. I have to put in the work. But the dream is definitely still there. Getting a bit older, so that's not helping. But hopefully, you never know.
Yeah, yeah. If you put in the work, it should come easier. That's something I believe in. If you work hard, then opportunities will come.
Definitely, you'll be rewarded because you put in the work, you put in the hours, blood, sweat, and tears. Don't know about tears on your side. Mine was almost tears because of my shoulder. My ankle was busted, things like that, but wasn't tears yet. But definitely blood and sweat.
Definitely, definitely.
And then Keagan, if we move on to any local club rugby, have you played any local club rugby?
I played at Hamilton's in 2016, but under 20.
Oh yeah,
That was quite a nice experience because it's obviously something different. I've played at the club at home, Makassar,
yeah.
but I was still in school. And
Oh
then I
yeah,
went to go play under 20 game. But obviously it's different because I went into an environment where no one knows me. So obviously I have to prove yourself, and that was quite challenging because obviously the coaches have their players. So coming into environment like that, you have to put your best foot forward and just work. But it was a nice experience. I got to play, or I was selected in the 18 because they have A and B. Yeah, I've got selected in the 18. And back then I still played center.
yeah. Played 12, eh?
Yeah, at 13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah. So it was quite challenging because I'm not one of the biggest guys. And obviously the coaches back then was hammered on size and strength. So I had to put in a little extra work, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it helped me, it benefited me. So I'm quite grateful for the experience.
Awesome, brother. And the traveling to Hamilton's? That's far.
No, I stayed in Weinberg
Oh,
at the
okay.
time, so the traveling wasn't too bad.
Luckily, yeah. Can you imagine driving from
Yeah,
Makassar all
luckily.
the way to town? Yeah.
Yeah, that's would have been tough, especially because we started training, I think at 7 evening. So imagine finishing at 8, then still having to drive home. Yeah, it would have been tough.
And you're obviously at the Falcons now. Have you signed a contract with them?
Yeah, I signed early January.
Nice. And the benefits, the hard work you've put in over the years, is it showing now?
Yeah, slowly but surely, that's showing. Not where I want to be yet, but we're working towards it. So yeah.
And in terms of physicality and weight and gym work, is it a lot extra that you have to do in terms of the requirements?
Not really. At the moment, I'm at a decent weight, decent size. I'm at 83 now, so I'm quite happy because I'm still mobile. I can be physical if I have to be.
Yeah.
So now it's just the running. That's a challenge, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
I know that last year I weighed 83. Each year I drop like weight like it's nothing. I don't know why, it just randomly happens. Currently struggling. Some days I'll weigh 80 and some days I'll stay at 78 and above. So it's always fluctuating. But I'm trying to, when I was weighing at 83, it was pretty tough because to run, could feel that extra like weight, and yeah, but I think this weight should be good enough for now. And slowly increase with fitness, of course. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll try for Bronco and a swim after that. The Broncos I do at the easy pace, just to build, like to start building the fitness, testing myself. Before doing like more endurance runs and things like that. But I love doing a Bronco, definitely.
I wouldn't. If it was up to me, I wouldn't do Bronco. My first week coming here, we did the test, but I struggled because obviously I just got back from holidays.
Yeah.
And I didn't do much running, but it wasn't too bad. Even though I struggled, my time wasn't too bad.
And what was the feedback from the coaches?
Obviously, I have to improve, but as time goes, I'll do better.
Yeah. Like the Falcons environment, where exactly are they situated?
We're in Johannesburg,
Yeah.
Kempton Park.
Kempton Park. So did they, when you first arrived there, who were the guys that helped you settle in?
I don't know if you know Josh Vermeulen. He's from Cape as well.
Probably I see him, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Cape Town as well. So when I got here, he was the one, because he was the only one I knew. Yeah. So yeah, he helped me settle in, got me to know the plays as well. So
yeah. It's awesome, brother. It's awesome. So obviously signing your second professional contract, right? After the Leopards. Yeah.
Second.
And then where's the Leopards situated exactly?
In Potchefstroom.
Oh, okay. So you were, how long were you there away from home?
A year last year, for the whole year. Yeah. So I played Varsity Cup when they were busy with their preseason. I played Varsity Cup, and then when the Currie Cup started, I just joined in.
Awesome, awesome. So perfect timing, basically.
Yeah, imagine having to do 2 preseasons.
But you didn't go home at all during last year?
I just went home for, I think, a week after Varsity Cup, and then obviously Currie Cup started, so I had to be back.
Tough. And then, like right now, obviously you're based that side, so you have to see where there's a gap, maybe a bye week or something like that, and then you can come back down home again.
Yeah. But I think we'll probably get a week off in February, because our preseason games start in early March.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll get off after that.
So
hopefully I'll be able to. Yeah, it's first division Currie Cup. Yeah.
And then hopefully you'll get off after that. Do you think when you come back here, you want to have a kicking session or some training? Show me what you've learned.
Yeah, we can. We can definitely kick. We can definitely have a kick.
My kicking.
Because I haven't kicked in a while.
I don't know what's happening. I have to start my James O'Connor series and help me with my technique. I was supposed to ask him earlier in December to hop on the podcast, but I forgot. I was so busy. And I asked him before we started, but he said he'll let me know. So he said I have to restart my kicking. He's gonna show me and things like that. I'm struggling with the technique. Even like 50 meters would feel like far. I think because of technique and striking. Like it was never a problem. I never even used to practice my kicking and I'll still slot it over like nothing. But now, it's like no confidence, I think. And I have to buy me rugby balls when I get paid end of the month. I need to buy a few rugby balls. And I want to buy a rugby bricks tee as well.
Yeah, I need to get a new tee as well. Because I forgot mine in Potchefstroom.
I'm kicking
that's because I was excited to get them.
That's it. Somebody else obviously took it now. But I've been kicking off a cone for a few years. But it's time to upgrade.
Normal one.
Like you see the not that flat one. Like you see the like a medium height ones. Like, and then I just cut part of it, and then it's not working for me anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to get me a new one as well. Maybe I'll get the rugby breaks on. The medium.
Me too. The mud cut, hot pink, pink one or white one. Don't know yet.
Yeah.
And then
I have a few balls at home, so we can definitely go for a kick.
Awesome, that can work, because I'm not gonna buy the match balls. I think it's a bit too expensive, but I think I should invest in one at least, and then normal training balls. But I've been using Dan Carter's kicking technique like my whole life. That's always worked for me. I've used Owen Farrell's, and then I've moved on to Farinui I play for the Brumbies fly off. I've used these as well. That helped me in a match, getting the match winning kick. So it's still second team against Kraaifontein still, like 5 minutes before time. So actually missed one right in front of the post, like on an angle. Like it wasn't even far, like 10 meters away, but I think I put in way too much power because of nervousness probably. And I just kicked it to the right, but then I kicked that one over. So luckily that went over. But in training even I'm kicking, like it's atrocious, it's terrible.
Yeah, I looked at a few Owen Farrell videos as well. But I obviously use my own technique, but there's certain things he does that helps me kick more consistently. So having a look at him would be beneficial.
Definitely.
Because obviously he has his percentage is quite high. Yeah. So he has to do something like
yeah, definitely, because he's very accurate. Like always if I watch the England games or any Saracens games, like I already know he's gonna kick it over, and it's always through the middle.
Yeah.
Like he's a very, very good goal kicker.
Yeah. Owen Farrell, and then there's George Ford as well.
Yeah. Oh, he's a great player.
Yeah. But Marcus I use the same. Yeah, but the thing with Owen Farrell is I use the same kicking tee.
Oh.
So for me to learn off him is quite easier.
Is it the one you adjust on the inside?
Yeah, that one.
I don't think I've kicked off one yet. I think maybe once or twice. Not really.
But it's a nice tee. But I lost it now, so I have to get the rugby bricks on.
Me too, definitely. I have to buy that. I want to buy quite a few stuff. I want to actually set up my own gym. Then I know the pen is gonna scold you wasting your money, but it's not wasting your money. Like maybe bit by bit every month. Starting with a bench or a bar or something like that. But I think you become more lazy if the gym is just here. Not sure.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That is because if like I have a friend who has his own gym, but he pays to go gym at the Virgin Active. He says it helps him because he doesn't want to waste his money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You definitely get lazy, like, oh, I can do it again, I can do it later.
Yeah. Later. And then
never do it.
You never get to it. Yeah.
But what would your routine be like when you're at home? Say, for example, out the rugby, out the Varsity Cup, say, for example, during holidays, while playing for UWC, when you're in Macassar, what would your usual routine be in terms of training or in terms of a daily
In off season or
off season? Yeah.
I'd sleep in, obviously. And then I have something small to eat, have coffee, and then go to gym.
You love your coffee, eh?
Yeah, coffee. And then go to gym, get back, have a shower, something to eat. Obviously, my parents would be at home, so I'd spend time with them. And then later evening, I would either go for a run or do some skills, kicking or passing. But yeah, after that, then I just chill at home again.
Awesome, brother.
Unless the friends have plans.
Yeah.
Then I go to them more. But if not, then I'll just chill at home.
Awesome, brother. Like, then where is it that you take your runs?
On the field at Macassar, or I would go to the beach, Strand in Strand.
Awesome. I went
because it's nice.
And then continue.
Oh, the scenery is nice when getting to run at the beach. So it's just a change of scenery. Not having to do the field sessions where you just go up and down, up and down.
That's true. Like at Stainsrus Dam, I done like a 2K jog, but it was very hot at the time, like past 8 in the morning. But it was really nice actually to have a run there the first time. But Steenbras at United we done twice. That was tough. That was probably one of the toughest. But yeah, it's actually like through the sand dunes. You should actually have a run there if you can. If you're off for some time this time, yeah, it's definitely very, very tough.
Yeah.
Like from Sunflay all the way to Macassar Beach through the sand mine. Like you're running, but your feet are disappearing in the sand. That's definitely an awesome workout. Maybe have a swim afterwards or so to recover.
Yeah. Now I'll definitely try it out.
And I should actually, I'm not sure how many more episodes I should upload. But Oteri Black is definitely coming on, but I'm not entirely sure when. So I really like him as a player. If I look at fly-offs, I really admire him. That's because everyone on the podcast that I've listened to and things, they always speak about how calm he is and how controlling he is. He never panics and things like that. So it's like one.
But you can see it in his games as well.
Yeah.
Like he's always, you would never see fears on his face.
Yeah.
Like even if you look at him, everything's just, he's always in control. And that's something I admire about him as well.
Like he's never scolding or shouting at the teammate or anything.
Yeah.
I did also try to get on Sunnyvale Williams. I tried to get on Dan Carter, which obviously is a massive reach. Sent quite a few teams over the years. But he reads it. I know he reads it. It shows he so obviously he accepted it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Like he just reads it. I tried. It would have been awesome to have him.
I saw I think it was James Marshall.
Yeah.
On one of the podcasts.
Yeah, the first episode. He's actually my inspiration behind it. Awesome guy, really awesome guy. So humble and what a great guy. He actually organized with Terry Black. So he said I should upload a few more episodes and things like that. And then I can get Terry on. And then maybe I can also Terry to get on Israel for now. But what I've done was I've hinted like on my Rugby Talk Instagram story, like I've hinted to them. Like say for example, I put on a picture of them and then I put a poll or ask a question. Can like you say for example, is it allowed, please up on the podcast. But then they'd view it, but they wouldn't say anything. It's like, oh, I'm just trying.
Yeah.
Elliot Dixon as well I've had on. Great guy also. But
that's nice.
I was supposed to have on like by now should have over 20 episodes, like local guys as well, professional local guys that said they're gonna come on. Things didn't also things don't always go according to plan. But guys said that yes, they'll come on and things like that. And then there's a video message afterwards and I ask when are they available and things like that. But I should have had quite a few Australian rugby players on as well. professional water toss players, raids, things like that. But yeah, it's been tough at keeping it going. For this one, I'll try to edit it as soon as possible because I have a lot of work I need to do. But the sooner I get this out, I know it's behind my back. It's another episode. But I really enjoy doing the podcast, man. It's something I enjoy doing. I like do commentary as well. I'd like to do commentary. But obviously, you probably have to be a professional player to commentate, eh? Or what?
Yeah, I don't know how it works. But if you can, why not?
Like I'm also busy with the World Rugby Level 1, like online. I don't know if I'm gonna get a certificate or not, but it doesn't matter.
For coaching.
For the coaching. But the refereeing course, which I found out again, I was speaking to the lady yesterday. If I do join the refereeing society, I wanted to just to do it to know more about the game and the rules. Then she said, then I'm not able to play. And I said, oh no, it's fine, thanks. I still want to play.
Yeah.
Like
Imagine having to be a ref when you want to play.
Yeah. And you can't play.
And you still, yeah.
You're still able to play.
That's tough.
Like the one guy, he's a ref from Stan, the one uncle. He said you can see the potential there and I should become a ref because I was refereeing the under 19, under 20 game for our boys here for the last social game. And obviously our boys don't know the rules as well. Other team was like complaining a lot and things like that. So yeah, that was actually tough. And made my legs tired for our game later in the afternoon. But he said he sees the potential in me. I should go for it. I'm still young. I should go for it. And I said, yeah, I'll see you one day.
Yeah, one day. Now I still play rugby.
I still want to play, yeah. Like it's another avenue to go into professional sports. It's obviously a long journey, but imagine moving on. You didn't maybe make it as a player, but then you made it as a referee. So
yeah, you're still close to the game. So
yeah. But then I'd ask them to give me like a few minutes or so. Like I really want to play in New Zealand, and that's like the biggest dream, biggest goal. Like for me myself, if I look at it back actually now, in holidays, like sometimes I'd always be busy. It's an unfortunate thing, but if I do like I train probably like I'll kick sporadically like twice a week or whatever, once a week even. And so, okay, the Sunday I'm going to kick, which obviously not often enough. You have to like kick an hour every day or 45 minutes. So there has to be something that's consistent. So I'm trying to work on that. Once I get the rugby balls, probably like in February, then I can start building a consistent plan with work and time management. That's going to be a challenge, definitely, with the teaching and preparing. But I'm excited I really want to play, man. But if there is an open spot there at the Falcons, you can let me know.
I will.
That's tough, eh? At the Falcons, like just thinking about the progression through the stages and things like that. Like, I can only imagine training. And how do you feel like mindset? I have to go train again. Like, for example, you train thrice a week, but now you have to train 5 times a week or 6 times a week. How's that?
It's a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. My first week here, obviously my body was in pain, but then you just have to, when you wake up, you just have to tell yourself, okay, it's another opportunity to get better, to get closer to where you want to be. So it makes it a little easier. I'm not gonna say it makes it easy, but it's a little easier because now you know where you're working, you know where you're working towards. So yeah, you just have to it's just a mental switch.
Yeah.
So if you get that right, it gets easier, regardless of the body pains.
It's awesome, brother. Like focus on your goal, stay positive, and what would then be your goals actually as an individual, say for this season or for the future in terms of life and of rugby?
For this season, I just want to get the starting 10 jersey. And then obviously there's a lot at stake this year because there's promotion relegation.
Yeah.
So if I can help the team end at the top, then obviously we'll go to Premier Division. So yeah, that's the goal for this season.
So then would it be first division moving on to the Premier Division, which is the highest level of the curriculum?
Yeah.
And you'll face the Blue Bulls and
And Lions, VP. Yeah.
do you see the
So
Blue Bulls videos?
Yeah, I saw the videos.
All the Stormers. Yeah, I can't believe they actually done
I'm
that.
quite looking forward to watching the game this afternoon.
Yeah, they're playing excellent rugby. Like Moynistein is basically, he doesn't even have to attack the line or anything. He has all the space and skill set around him. He just making it look so easy.
Actually, bro, really, he does make it look easy. I don't know how he does it, but I think it comes with experience.
Experience, definitely. And I thought, oh, probably he couldn't like maintain that level. I think he's like, what, how old is he now? 36, 38 or?
36, yeah, somewhere around there.
At that level, to continue it week in, week out training. Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Imagine how his body has to feel.
Oh, like even if you look at Conrad Smith, for example, Richie McCaw, they aren't even big guys. How on earth do they take that level of physicality week in, week out for years?
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe it, man. Like, if you look at them, like, how?
Now, but their conditioning is quite well.
Yeah.
So I think that helps.
Like, David Pocock I met when the Brumbies played the Stormers. Like, I think we basically like the same height, and took a selfie with him. And before he like walked away, I gave him 2 massive hits on the shoulder. He didn't even turn around. Like he's massive. His shoulders is like this. His legs, his calves is massive. David Pocock. He's not tall, but he's massive.
Yeah.
Jeez. Imagine the years of gym work.
And there's quite a few guys that looks like that in the Bulls team.
Yeah.
So imagine having to tackle them week in, week out.
Before you start the game, you just
especially. Oh. But it's nice, man. It's a nice challenge.
Yeah, definitely. Set up the shoulders before your games, or not?
Only the one, because I have a labrum tear.
Oh, I have to strap my shoulder.
So see, this injuries is tough. It's tough.
I wish it was a reset.
And it's something we love to do. So.
Like many people, especially my girlfriend, stop playing whatever you're gonna get hurt, and you get hurt again, and I must massage you, or whatever. You complain about this and complain about that. And I said, yeah, man, I'm never gonna stop playing. He asked me, please stop playing rugby. Can I stop playing rugby? I said, I can't.
No, it's tough. It's tough. Even off seasons, all you think about is getting back. Yeah. Like you switch off for a week or a few days, and then all you want to do is get back on the field. So.
Yeah, play again.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely, like my mindset is right for next week, Saturday. I'll probably live stream it again on Facebook. Like my mindset is definitely right. I know my body isn't there yet, but I think I can achieve a lot in a week individually with gym work, running and things like that. Just to get up to pace again. But we'll see in training if I'm going to continue at fullback or I'm shifting to 10. Not sure yet. Not sure.
Yeah, but I think fullback's nice because you have a lot more time, a lot more space.
Yeah.
So you can make better decisions. And at 10, everything just happens quickly.
Yeah. Like everything's on top of you. And from fullback, you have that view and all of that. But I really enjoy it. I don't even mind where I play. I'll play proper, so as long as I'm playing. I just want to be on the field. Actually played prop before, but it was uncontested scrum. I was still old, I was like 16, 17. Like 79 years, I was like basically building up through that time and then building through them. I think Elderberg was 2017, I think. I don't even know. But anyways, and I'd play like at 17 years old, I played second team wing or things like that. I remember we played in Kalicha one day, and it was this massive problem. I got a 5 meter short arm penalty. So I do a tap kick. I give it to this guy, and I'm obviously like looking like a stick, and there's a massive guys coming towards me. Next thing I know, I was run over. I just probably knocked out for a few seconds, and then I stood up again, and he knocked on the ball. So the whole team was going crazy. But yeah, he knocked the ball. Few instances of that already that happened. Got knocked out a few times, but then I just look around and I play on. I'm not supposed to, but yeah. Concussion injuries for you before?
I had one in 2016. Yeah. Was a loose ball.
Yeah.
Tried diving on it, and then I think the opposition lock, he dove as well. So
yeah,
our heads clashed, and then yeah, I was out after that.
Yeah. Vomiting and things like that? Nothing like that? What?
Sorry?
Vomiting? Anything like that?
No, nothing. I just had the pains.
Yeah.
That's all. Head pains, yeah.
How long were you out for? Like a week, 2 weeks?
No, it was over a month.
Oh yeah, to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's long.
It's over a month.
And
yeah,
Keagan,
so imagine you can't.
No,
sorry?
Speak, sorry.
No, you can go. You can go.
So through those, obviously, you had your fair share of injuries and you were out for a long time. How did you stay positive through
that? I just got involved. Whatever I can do off the field, on the field, if it's analysis, if it's carrying water, whatever it is, I just try to help and then speak to the boys. Or if it's someone in my position, I'd have a chat, tell him to look at this, look at that. Because obviously I'm on the side.
Yeah, you see,
I've got a better view. So yeah. So yeah, that's things I'd like to do, or I like to do when I'm out. I'd help with analysis or whatever it is, all for on the field. I get involved.
It's awesome, brother. And then besides rugby, what would your goals be then in your field in your degree? What would your goals be then besides rugby?
Oh, I haven't thought as far, because for now it's only rugby. But obviously I have a friend that has his own business. So after rugby, I would love to just go work for him if possible. So then I'd stay busy. Obviously, I'd get to spend a lot more time with him as well. So yeah.
That's awesome, brother. And then what advice would you give perhaps for any youngsters from Macassar watching this, or youngsters who know you, people who know you? What advice would you give them in terms of studies, in terms of degrees, education, as well as rugby? They want to take a step in the professional field.
Do not be defined by your circumstances, because obviously there's some has more than others, but that shouldn't stop you from getting to where you want to be.
Yeah.
Because there's unlimited resources, there's unlimited opportunities, even though they tell you that there's not, there is. It all depends on what you want to make of it.
That's awesome, brother.
So just get over the thought process of this is where I am, this is all I have. Because there is more. You can go for more. Just switch the mind. Have a mindset switch, and then connect with people that it's in the field you want to go into. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Macassar that's really successful and that has made it to certain levels in certain fields. So if you can reach out and just speak, you'll get somewhere.
Awesome, brother. Definitely one thing Keagan Fortune has is a positive mindset. He's focused on his goals and he's treading in the right direction. Keagan Fortune, it was awesome having you on episode 5 of Rugby Talk. I appreciate you taking out the time, brother, out of your busy schedule, and all the best there at the Falcons and in your professional development.
Thanks so much, and thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Awesome, brother.